Hello. Welcome to some more Train Simulator Classic, where it looks like today we're going to be taking, probably, likely, the Acela Express. Now this is the older one. I think there's a newer one from the Washington-Baltimore route, but this is the older standalone one. This has only got sessions for the Northeast Corridor, but the slight issue, okay, Acela Express, sure, Business Bullets, Silver Star, Amtrak Acela Express, but then we've got DB BR1442 Talent 2? What? And if I click on it, it says duration is the duration, and it's object, and it's still got the Acela Express selected if I click on it. How does that make sense? So, hello Kangafango. Acela Express. Oh, darn autocorrect. Hello Marquis. I jest. Hello. Object. So, I think we're going to go for one of these two, because these are 50 minutes, and this one would be a bit too long. Plus it's rainy, which isn't great for performance. So, well, this one's rainy as well. I think we're going to go for the autumn one. Clear. Is this a 24-hour clock? Is this a... Yeah. So, morning, clear, autumn. Another day, another... What is this? Dollar? Dollar. I think... that word looks oddly familiar. I'm joking. I know how where the word dollar comes from, and how it originally comes from the thaler, which came from Spain with the counterfeit coins. But anyway, that's another story. Take the morning commuters into New York via Newark, starting at Trenton. So let's go. Dollar, yeah. Taurus Mountains, interesting. Doesn't look like a railjet or anything like that, but those windows actually look quite good on this locomotive. Like the size of them, looks like you can have quite a nice view out of those locomotives there. By the way, the rail fanning video from May and June, with all the different rail fanning stuff, all the different trains that I caught, that Kang and I caught in those 2 months. I know we're still in June, but it's edited and exported, and it will most likely be uploaded tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, here we are. Yeah, come on, get those pants up. Another day, another dollar. Take the morning... Dollar? Yeah. Take the morning commuters into New York. Okay, I'll do that. So here we are. The Acela Express. Do we need to open doors here? Nope. Do we just go, I think? Do we have a signal in front of us? Yep, and it's clear. Okay, so we literally just go. Okay, so... By the way, let me know about the audio. Yeah, so we literally just stop moving. I do like how the Acela Express looks. Because to me... was that a good screenshot or not? It wasn't really. But to me, like the Acela Express... Well, I first encountered it when I was really quite little in a picture book about trains. And I thought that it looked really interesting, but I had no idea where it was from or anything like that, because I really only looked at the pictures mostly. Ah, that's nice in-cab lighting. I think this also has cruise control. Let's try Y and C. Nope. Do I need to turn it on first? Stop accelerating. That was close. Audioing at 80. Is there cruise control anyway? Wipers, hatch cooler, bell setting, there's the lights. Over here, I think it was a lever somewhere. That's a reverser. We've got stuff to isolate. We've got the pants, timer, cruise control on. Now, is it those? Nope, it's not those keys, but it's on. Sand or auto brakes, timer, panto. Is it one of these two levers, perhaps? Power handle is this? Ah, the cruise control, there we go. So now if I set this up to 80, like that, it's the little red triangle, then it should theoretically stop accelerating just as we hit 80. Ah, it's got a passenger view, which is nice. Although the sound isn't really dampened, which could be better, but it is quite an old DLC. Yeah, and then the next time that I really encountered was in trains. But in trains, it had like this really quite long braking distance, and I tried, I think, a couple of times, many years ago, to start an electric high-speed route, specifically to use this train on. But I just got really bored of basically making this sort of scenery. And so I started making it really quite curvy and putting lots of stations in. And then, of course, well, it wasn't really suited for a high-speed train because, yeah. Plus I think that train had quite a long braking distance as well, if I didn't mention that already. Also, this shaking is normal, yes? No, yes, no? I do also like the interior here. You've got a reasonable thing to look out of, and the windows on the side just make it look like you're in a spacecraft of some description. But yeah, so then the next time I really encountered this train was in Train Fever, because in Train Fever, the first time I played it, it was with a European style map with those bright, saturated greens. Let's get a flyby. And I think flyby really is the correct term to use with this train. Oh, that was too late. Maybe we can get another one. Well, that's probably going to be a bit late. Ah, yeah, that was too late again. I think it's because of the lag. Slight lag. Anyway, yeah. So the first time I played was in the European style, the European map theme, where obviously I didn't have the Acela, but that was back when I didn't really know how to play the game yet. So then the first time I properly played Train Fever was the next time I tried it, which was with the American kind of environment. Not the best one. Yeah, and so... Actually, where are we gonna stop next? Oh, New York. That's... okay, that's quite a ways away. Yeah, and then in that save game, that was the first time that I played Train Fever and actually turned a profit in the game. And I progressed enough to actually get to the late game where I unlocked the Acela. And so I unlocked the Acela, and I was so happy to use it. But back then, even though I was running with a profit, I didn't really... I think that might have been well, it's kind of good, except the contrast isn't great. One of those is probably going to be good. Yeah, but I didn't really upgrade the rail infrastructure much. Also, that is going down to 110, so I need to reduce this to, well, that, well, that's not ideal. Yeah, let's reduce that all the way. Still got a mile to go. I'm assuming these are automatically lapped brakes. Ooh, those are really quite... Yeah, we've got to be careful not to accidentally turn on the auto brakes with that. Okay, now throttle. Yeah, so... Oh right, yeah. I didn't really upgrade much of the infrastructure. So I had passenger lines that I built originally back when I first started, and then I just kept putting better and better trains on them, and in some cases adding more more tracks. So instead of a double track, I'd make it a 4-track or something like that, to support the added traffic. But I didn't really relay lines for higher speed trains because that just wasn't a part of the game that I'd really thought about yet. And besides, I was playing in more of a mindset kind of like in the UK, where a lot of the lines still run where they were first laid 150-ish years ago. And so when I unlocked the Acela, I thought, oh, I've got a high-speed train, this will be great. And so upgraded all my long-distance trains with this Acela, and I was really happy with seeing them on the line. But of course, they never reached anywhere near their their top speed, and they were sharing the trackage with freight trains in hilly territory, which was also quite curvy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were running at a really substantial loss. But my freight stuff was profitable enough to keep the game running. And yes, then I had them in that. And then next was when I saw the DLC for Train Simulator, which was on sale quite a long while ago. They thought that it would be nice to have this train be able to drive it here, even if the route that it's for, which is the Northeast Corridor, isn't the most exciting route for the majority of it. Also, it would have been nice if they put the camera a little bit further back so that you can actually look out the window better. Do they have any other... Oh, they've got another view over here by the table. Ah, that's much nicer. Ah. Oh, we've got a train. Ah, look at that! That was such good timing. And there's a 120 coming up. That's good. We've got about 34 miles to go to Newark. Right, chat. Well, that's just pants. New message from Twitch after the stream. Oh, is that right? We have detected a suspicious word during your last stream. Counterfeit. If you wish for us to reconsider removing this past broadcast before 1 week of automatic storage has lapsed, please give us a call on 555-810-212. Alternatively, send us a letter to America. Oh, was this book Paradise? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm surprised that Waitrose has that in its repertoire. Abastru Emichu, I know you're not here now. Actually need to check the signal. I did not see what that signal said. I think it was clear. I'll save anyway. Not here now. While this is being live streamed, if you ever watched the archive, hi there. Willis, Mr. W, that goes for you too. Willis. But yeah, also, what about Roomsbath? Look out for the train. Xfinity Waitrose. Yeah, of course. Okay, we need to increase the cruise control. Also, I do like that you actually have to enable the cruise control in this train, because it does make it feel... It does make it feel like you're actually operating the train a bit more, even though I would appreciate for it to be a little bit more fine-tuned with how you set it, because it's a bit difficult to getting the right value. Front hatch open close. Oh, we can actually press a button to do that. Interesting. Is it B or is that bell? Nope, that's Bell. Oh look, there's another one. Oh, what if we get a screenshot of this one and that ends up being the thumbnail? That would be a scandal. I'm glad you agree. There's a 110 coming up. I'll reduce the throttle when it's about a mile away. By the way, we're going about 2 miles a minute. Okay, reduce throttle. Then get ready with the brake. Brake slightly. Minimal reduction. I think that's gonna cut it, yeah. We're slowing down enough. And brake off. And let's change the cruise control to 110. I didn't check the signal again. I need to really start doing that. Yeah, see how I can't really set the speed exactly how I want? That's a bit annoying. That's probably good enough. It's not really good enough. I'll try doing it, getting it a bit better, maybe. Ah, there we go. Good. They should have repainted GG1s into the Amtrak Acela paint scheme too. Perhaps. 2 miles a minute. Whoa. I mean, come on. Does this train really look like it wouldn't be able to do 2 miles a minute? Ignore the bridge in the background. What bridge? Yeah, exactly. And just look at that. Imagine that, GG1s with LED lights and everything. Moderned up. That is clear, by the way, the signal. Which is good. Jersey Avenue, track 2. Well, of course it's clear. Clearly. Also, we are going to be ever so slightly late. I think because the cruise control isn't actually going at the exact speed, it's going a little bit slower, but that's okay. I prefer to have the convenience of the cruise control over actually getting points. Well, that many points. And there's another 120, although this time I'll have a look at the signal. That's the sound of the horn, by the way. And yep, that looks clear. Actually, that's quite a nice... This reminds me a bit of Japan, actually, with the houses like that going right through the city. Might this be a good location for a screenshot-ish? Going through the city? Maybe, maybe not. It's a bit tricky because the lighting does look a little bit flat because of the time of day. Ooh, although on this bridge, maybe... If I can actually get this right in time... No, I don't know if I actually got a screenshot there or not. Okay, we've gone up to 120, but we're gonna go down to 100 soon. I'm gonna put it up to 120 now, just for a little bit, because we do need to make up a little bit of time. Okay, well, we're about 3/4 of a mile away, so I'm gonna start braking now. No, not suppression. Well, maybe suppression. Suppression seems fine. And brake off. Now it's time to reduce the throttle. Well, not throttle, the speeds at the cruise control. To 100. See, it'd be so nice if I could actually do this with keyboard shortcuts, but I don't think that this one has them. I tried C and Y, but those didn't work. I don't know C. And then it goes down to 90, and just over a mile. We're still about 20 miles out from Newark. Ooh, and then down to 80. Okay. Let's start slowing down for this. Let's go into suppression. Yeah, that was enough. Release. And tell you what, since we're gonna need to slow down to 80 anyway, I don't really see a point in reducing this, in using the cruise control for this tiny little bit. So I'm gonna just do it manually. Which means I'm gonna accelerate back up to 90, although we're about half a mile away-ish. So let's just coast for a little bit and then just brake to 80. About now. Back into suppression. Yeah, the brake on this only appears to have a couple of specific settings. Doesn't seem to be very versatile. Then it goes up to 110 for not a very long distance, and then it goes back down to 90. In which case, I'm just going to quickly check the signal, that's good, and then I'm already going to start fiddling with this thing to get that down to 90. That seems good. And I'm going to start accelerating to 90 now, even though the speed limit's up to 100, because that's literally only about 1/3 of a mile until we have to go down to 90, even though we're at 110 limit now. I really like how they've modeled the interior too. Would be nice if they had a window table view, but oh well. Anyway, I hope mine will cooperate tomorrow. Yeah, same. Because I've still got a little bit of, well, yeah, I do still have a little bit of stuff that I maybe want to get finished. I know others have stuff that they want to get finished before we move over. At least I think others do. Plus we need to talk about Apex hosting and how that's going to work. Oh wow, yeah, Japan. Don't know why it does. Don't know why it does. Yes, screenshot. Is that the same parking garage they use for painting on the Modern Riviera line? Probably. Green, or clear, rather. Okay, that goes up to 110 in about a mile. I think may have saved the clipboard. Perhaps. I don't really see why that wouldn't work. We're half a mile from a finish? Of course. Still clear. Okay, about 15 miles to Newark. By the way, are these speed signs actually on the catenary or gantry or anything like that? Or are they just on the HUD on the bottom? Like, can you actually see them physically, like the signs on the track? Or not? Let's save. $15 miles a gallon. Gallon? A gallon of electricity. Unsure. Me. Or ME. Interesting. The display on here seems to be rounding differently than the HUD display, because the HUD is saying 110 we're going, they're saying 109 we're going. Maybe this is flooring and maybe that is just rounding to the closest. Imagine that, if this train had diesel motors too. Which do you prefer? The Acela or the BO Class 800? I don't know. I have ridden on a Class 800 before, and that was very comfortable. Well, actually, I've ridden it a lot, but that was actually very comfortable, and so I did like that quite a lot. And the GWR, the green GWR green livery does look quite good on it. But I do also like kind of the angular look of the Acela. Another thing with the Acela that I find interesting is how the coaches look a little lower down than the actual locomotives. And this gives it like an interesting profile. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably pick the 800. Probably. Just because the 800 seems perhaps a bit more versatile, if that's the right word, because the 800s are local to me. They run local trains, even though I live by no means on an express corridor or anything like that. In fact, I live pretty much at the end of the line. Whereas the Acelas are, by at least how they're used, just pure high-speed express. They're not, at least as far as I know, they're not really used for more local, more frequently stopping trains. But then again, that might be more how they are put to work, not really what the class is meant for, well, can do. Yeah, that looks interesting as well on that, although it's quite extreme on that image that you sent, well, that you linked. I'm not sure if I like it when it's that extreme. it's certainly interesting. Sure, it's interesting. Thank you. You've never been on them while they were in electric mode, eh? Is any of the line into Paddington electrified or not? No? Then no, it was only diesel mode that I've used them in. Oh, there's a 55 coming. Okay. I'll idle throttle now. Oh, we're only 8 miles away from Newark. Let's start reducing our speed now. See, I'd love to put it in like maybe 35% brake, but the only steps I've got is 40% or 20%. Also, have a look on the gantry or catenary to see if there's actually a speed sign or not. Should be over by the signals. Okay, 55. We've passed it. Okay, good. Now, can I quickly... There we go. Right, now, up there. Is there actually any sort of speed sign? I can't see one. And that only tells me what the last signal said. So, interesting. I guess it's just route knowledge then? Yeah, true, looks a bit odd when extreme. Newbury to Paddington is electric. Oh, is that... I'm not sure if that's on the bit that I went on. I mean, if it goes all the way to Paddington, then maybe they switch electric mode on that last bit. I don't know. Never be there, I'll bet you. Oh, Berkshire one. Didn't know about that, sorry. Shreddies, were you on the bit via Reading? Reading, Slough, Paddington. Oh, you've gone past Slough! Yeah? I was on the bit that came from the West Country. Oh, hey, come on! I set the speed set to 55. You don't look. That's on 55. Don't speed. Don't give me speeding. Not passed through. Yeah, I don't know when it joins that. I have no idea. Okay, now back up to 100. Although we've only got 5 miles to go to Newark. Did Cottage Junction maybe? Ghost signal. Oh, ghost gantry. Full throttle, go! And there's a 70. The 70 is probably a speed reduction as we're starting to go into Newark. I should probably save. Okay, we've got a clear. And 70 is getting really quite close, so I should probably apply some brakes. Newark Library Airport. Or Liberty. Newark Library Airport. Yeah. Okay, release brakes. I'm going to reduce the speed set down to 70. Hopefully actually a little bit below 70, just a tiny bit. If only this was a little bit smoother. There we go, that seems good. Yeah. Lone Padding Station. If only, mate. If only. Yeah, I don't... Although, if you look at that Class 800 there, I do think that it's got its pants up on that image. And then it goes down to 35, okay. Yeah, so only about 2 miles away. Most trains from Devon and Cornwall go via the Berks and Hants line, which goes through Cogload Junction and Reading. So it's electrified from Newbury to Reading. Or if the train goes via Bristol, it's electric all the way from Bristol to Paddington. Ah, so then I probably did ride in one that was in electric mode. Okay, there's Newark Pen 1. We are ever so slightly early, which means I can be a tiny bit more careful with the braking than I would otherwise be. Signal is clear. This is not the end of our journey, however, because we still need to go into New York. Yeah, New York Central Pen. Save. That's a nice bridge in the background there. Interesting that it doesn't count this as being part of the platform on the bottom. Actually, we are coming in a little bit early, that's good. And brakes. Full service. And doors open. Look! We made it to Newark Pen! Oh, look! They've even got the lights on in here, in the mesh. Even though you can't really see it from the outside because it's shiny. Right. This is Tower 4 to Stephen King's The Shining. You are cleared for landing on runway 2. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Also, about Berkshire. Isn't it pronounced as Berkshire? 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 Well, the Berkshire locomotive, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Berkshire. But then again, that's an American locomotive. Oh, look, there's another Acela over there. I'm not certain. Yes. Thanks. Well, that's. Wow. What a bridge. We're off. Oh, look, the lights, the ditch lights come on when I use the horn, the bottom. Little flashing light at the bottom, on either side. Okay, you gotta be careful not to speed when coming out here. Ooh, maybe we can get a nice shot of the train on the bridge. Should be a bit easier getting a shot with the train going a bit slower. Perhaps. Oh, 60, okay. Let's change that down to... Come on. That's not quite right. Yeah, this is so fiddly. But even like this, it's on 60, but it's just a little bit beyond 60. How's that? It's probably okay, but it might speed a little tiny bit, so I can't really rely on that, unfortunately. Although actually no, it is keeping the speed at just under 60, that's good. Not a platform, is it? Then what do you call this? Berkshire locomotives, yes, yeah. It's a monorail up there. Oh, that's the freeway. About to go up to 90 miles per hour. Both as in the speed limit and our train. Yeah, it's like random exactly which steps it takes. Like sometimes there's a step in here, sometimes the steps over there, sometimes the steps there. So I've just got to play with it, putting it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until I get a step that's where I want it to be. It would be so much better if it just wasn't in steps, or if the steps were aligned perfectly with the actual like 5 miles per hour marks. And this is 60 coming up. And we've only got like 7 3/4 miles to go to New York Central Penn. Okay, reduce throttle to nothing and apply minimal reduction brake. Well, let's go with suppression, because 60 is a bit of a substantial difference, and we are we're gonna slow down in time, I think, for this. If I feel like it. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna go up to 75 again. So I'll change that to about there. Well, that seems a little bit too much. Yeah, this is a bit annoying. There we go, that seems okay. Start accelerating slightly. Up to the 60, just as we go up into 75. Put the throttle in 100, but then as we approach 75, I'll reduce the throttle manually so we don't overshoot the speed, hopefully. And reduce. And yeah, that seems good. It seems to be holding us at our desired speed. They should really build a new electric locomotive with the outside fascia, reminiscent of the GG1. Would be nice, yeah. But no. Let's go with suppression. Yeah, of course. When do I not say that? Hello, everybody! What's this place? Oh no. Oh no, it's the Slough of New York! Quick, let's get out of here. Although it does look like they've actually modeled some industry back there. Interesting. Okay, it's going down back to 60 and we're about 4 1/3 miles away. And that is going downhill, so gonna have to start braking a little bit sooner because gravity is going to hamper our deceleration efforts. Also, don't mind the invisible gantry. Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. Okay, gonna reduce throttle now. And oddly enough, we are actually... Our ETA is about 2 minutes late, which I don't see how that's really possible since we've been going pretty much at the speed limit all this time, as far as I'm aware. But it might become a bit more accurate as we go on. Ah, also it's gone down to 2 tracks. Interesting. So I'm going to reduce this down to... well, actually, I'm going to need to keep an eye on our speed, because I think that I will have to manually keep this under 60. Well, we are still decelerating. Actually, I wonder, is our cruise control keeping us slow? Maybe? Not enough. Let's put it that way, not enough. By the way, this is what it's like inside. At least in this game. Actually, it is keeping us slow just about enough. Almost like we're going through hyperspace or something. And there's the 15 coming into New York City. Let's quickly save. This reminds me a bit of that bit on the Faversham High Speed. Yeah, that was a clear. Good thing there wasn't any sort of instance with a coal train losing its wagons on that incline, and the wagons just continuously rolling back and forwards through the station, up and down either side, until eventually stopping at the actual station. Good thing that never happened. Interesting, they're still saying our ETA is 29:40, even though we should be there at 28. Also, we're going uphill, so I need to give it a little bit of throttle. Okay, well now we need to decelerate a bit, so I'm going to let gravity do its job, or my job, technically. Although I will need to give it a bit more throttle here. Is a signal there, but that's clear. Good thing it's not confusing at all, having a green and red light on the same signal, eh? Yeah, that's nice echoey, nice reverberation. And I suppose we can turn cruise control off now. Ah, look, we've got nice sounds and the outside world. Hello, the outside world. And we're going to approach. Oh, come on. 2 more points. And here we go. New York Central, Penn Station. Lovely high platforms we've got here. Okay, I'm going to apply the brakes now. Full service. Because that's where the other trains are stopped, over on that end. Ooh, although... Is this going to be a good opportunity for a thumbnail, maybe? Maybe, maybe not. Perhaps, I don't know. Oh, doors. I forgot about the doors. Ooh, or maybe head on. Ish. Maybe something like that? I really don't know. Okay, well, we're here. Let's read chat. Oh, well done. You made to central pen and managed to keep a smooth service. Good. Yes, good. Okay. Hey, Secaucus. Bye. Hi, Secaucus. Bye, Secaucus. Those pipes, ribs? Yeah, of course. We got gold after all. Stratford International coming up. Acela going through hyperspace. Sure is. That's what I referenced. Wait, did that happen? I think so, yeah. Yeah. Cough. Moment. 978. Cough. Are you sure that it was Moleman? Wasn't it Squirrel? Who was confused by those? Maybe it was Moleman. Lovely. Would it look better? A Class 800 in Amtrak, a Acela livery, or that GWR green livery? I think a Class 800 in Amtrak, a Acela livery, or I think that the 800 looks better in the GWR green livery. No, not Squirrel. It was Moleman. Oh, okay, good then. Right, so that was a nice drive. 'Twas Moleman. No! Or the Acela GWR green. Well, that's not what you wrote, though. I think probably the Acela and GWR green from if I had to choose from those two. Next. Well, it would be this one, the B and LA, which is the Bessemer Lake Erie Santa Fe, which this route was taken down from Steam Store, but it's actually available on the developer's website, and that is linked in my old streams on this route. I retroactively put it in the description. So we already did drive that. The star isn't here because this is a different machine, but we did drive that previously. So we've got that. And probably that one as well. But I'm not sure if we drove that one. And then it's time for narrow gauge stuff. Ooh. But not today. Because today's hourly stream is over. Which means basically good night. Look at all the screenshots I took. Anyway, or that referring to the Amtrak Acela in GWR green livery. Anyway, good night. Bye bye. It was lovely having you.